Hello friends, and we continue to study noun clauses. And let's go and see and how we can use tell, ask, answer, and reply in noun clauses. If you look at this sentence, Anne said that she was hungry. Now we are reporting a speech and Anne's speech. And here, this is a noun clause, and this part is called also main clause, and this verb is called reported verb. And to report what Anne said, we use say, the verb say, but this is in simple past, so we use Anne said that she was hungry. Şimdi arkadaşlar burada tabii ki bunu rapor ettiğimiz için, yani biz aktararak söylediğimiz için, biliyorsunuz şu kısım noun kısmı, burada kullandığımız şu fiile de İngilizce'de, yani we call it reporting verb diyoruz. Şimdi diğer buna benzer fiillerimiz neler? Anne told me that she was hungry. Or Anne told Tom that she was hungry. What is the difference? Here, if we use the say, after say, we don't use any pronoun or any the people's name. Burada say diyeceksem herhangi bundan sonra bir isim kullanmıyorum. Yani bana dedi ya da ona dedi gibi bir şey yok. Bu say derken genel olarak dedi. Ama tell dediğiniz zaman bir şahsa ya da bir gruba söyleme bunu gerektirir. Yani Anne told me, Anne told Jane, Anne told Robert, bunun gibi. Şimdi şöyle bir kullanım, yani tell'i say gibi kullanamıyorum. Yani if I say Anne told that, this is not correct. Or Anne said me, this is also not correct. If I wanna use any pronoun after say, I wanna use to. Remember, Sue said to me, like this. Are you tired? Gördüğünüz gibi eğer say'den sonra, yani say'i tell gibi kullanacaksam, herhangi bir buraya şahıs gelecekse, o zaman say'den sonra bir to ekliyorum. Bana dedi. As for the ask, şimdi ask'a gelince burada bir soru sorulduğu için direct question'ları hatırlayın noun clause'larda. O zaman arkasından Sue asked me if I was tired. Sue asked me ya da sadece asked or just I use asked. Sue asked me or asked if I was tired. Because this is the direct question. That's why I'm here. I use if, olup olmadığımı sordu derken. Or Sue wanted to know, ya da bilmek istedi. If I was tired. Aynı şekilde yorgun olmadığını bilmek istedi. Ask, want. Sue wondered, merak etti. If I was tired. Sue inquired, araştırdı, sordu yine. Whether or not I was tired. Şimdi dikkat edin. Sue wondered if I was tired or not. Burada not da kullanabilirim. Eğer onun yerine if I wanna use whether instead of if, then here I say Sue inquired whether or not I was tired, or Sue inquired whether I was tired. Farkı bu. Quoted, şimdi bunu direkt aktaracaksam, Anne said to Anne, or I said to Anne, or I said I'm not tired. Dedim ya da Anne'e dedim. Dikkat edin, burada say ile bir şahıs kullanacaksam to. Şimdi direkt aktarıyorum. Reported dediğim, burada hiçbir değişiklik yapmıyorum. Reported yapacaksam I answered or replied. Answer and reply has the same meaning in here. That I wasn't tired. Yorgun olmadığımı söyledim, cevapladım anlamında. And other common reporting verbs, diğer yaygın olarak kullanılan bu anlamdaki diğer fiillerimiz işte diyelim ki announced, anons etti. Commented, yorumda bulundu. Complained, şikayet etti. Explained, açıkladı. Remarked, yine açıklama anlamında. Stated, belirtti. That she was hungry. Yorgun olduğunu söyledi, belirtti. Bunlar da diğer reporting verbs'lerden yaygın olarak kullanılanları. Now, here we have an exercise. Complete the sentences using said, told, or asked. Number 1, 2, and 3 are done. 1. Karen told me that she would be here at 1 o'clock. So here there's another pronoun. I need to use tell, told me. Tom said that he was going to get there around 2. Mary asked me what time I would arrive. Sordu. Now read the sentences and complete the sentences using said, told, or asked. But pause the video first, please. Number 4. Jack said that I had a message. Genel konuşuyor. Jack told me. Pronoun olduğuna göre tell someone. That someone had called me around 10:30. I asked Jack if he knew the caller's name. There's a direct question, so ask, sordu. I had a short conversation with Alice yesterday. I told her that I would help her move into her new apartment next week. She said that she would welcome the help. She asked me if I had a truck or knew anyone who had a truck. Kamyonetimin olup olmadığını. My uncle in Chicago called and said that he was organizing a surprise party for my aunt's 60th birthday. He asked me if I could come to Chicago for a party. I told him that I would be happy to come. I asked when it was. This part is the question. So asked. He said it was the last weekend in August. Now, in this exercise, it says in a written report, change the quoted speech to reported speech. Quoted speech to reported speech. Use formal sequence of tenses. Example, quoted. What are you doing? Mr. Sam asked me. I'm doing a grammar exercise, I told him. Reported. Mr. Sam asked me what I was doing. I told him that I was doing a grammar exercise. You see, this part is the quoted and this is the reported. Now look at these sentences and then just change the quoted speeches into reported speeches. But pause the video first, please. Now, where is Bill? Quoted speech. Susan asked me. And reported speech. She asked me where Bill was. He's in the lunchroom, I replied. I replied he was in the lunchroom. This is quoted. This is reported speech. Or direct, indirect. When will he be back in his office? She wanted to know when he would be back in his office. I said he'll be back around 2. Quoted speech. I said he would be back around 2. Can you help me clean the whole closet? Mrs. Ball asked her husband. She asked her husband, or Mrs. Ball asked her husband if he could help her clean the whole closet. This is indirect speech or reported speech. I'm really busy, told his wife. Quoted speech. He told her he was really busy. Or he told his wife that he was really busy. What are you doing? What are you doing? She wanted to know. She wanted to know what he was doing. Quoted speech, reported speech, direct speech, indirect speech. I am fixing the zipper on my winter jacket, he replied. He replied that he was fixing the zipper on his winter jacket. Bazılarını yazmadım. Biraz uzun sürüyor, yer kalmıyor diye. Bunlar fakat söylüyorum. He replied that he was fixing the zipper on his winter jacket. Quoted speech, reported speech. Then she asked him, will you have some time to help me after you fix the zipper? She asked him if he would have some time to help her. This is Mrs. Ball. After he fixed the zipper. Should be here, simple past. Here, simple present. Some time to help her after he fixed the zipper. This is quoted. This is reported. He said, I can't because I have to watch a really important ball game on TV. He said that he couldn't because he had to watch. He had to watch a really important ball game on TV. With a note of exasperation in her voice, hani bitmiş artık, tükenmiş, Mrs. Ball finally said, I'll clean the closet myself. This is quoted speech. Reported speech, she said that she would clean the closet herself. Okay, in this exercise, we need to find the errors and then correct them. Sentences have some errors. Number 1, my friend knows where do I live, but it should be my friend knows where I live. So here do shouldn't be here. Yani burada bu olmaması gerekiyor noun clause'larda. Çünkü şu kısım normal cümleymiş gibi olması gerekiyor. My friend knows where I live. Now pause the video and then find out the errors and then correct them. But pause the video first, please. 2. I don't know what your email address is. And is should be at the end, not in here. I think that Mr. Lee is out of town. This is the noun clause whole sentence. So we don't need to use so. If we don't want to use this part, then we can say just I think so. Sanırım öyle. Bu zaten bunu kapsar. So. And so we don't have to use so in here. Can you tell me where Victor is living now? You don't have to use that because there is where. This is also noun clause. Because we use that in regular statements. Normal cümlelerde kullanıyoruz. Zaten burada bir soru var. Bu zaten bunun noun clause olduğunu gösteriyor. I asked my uncle what kind of movies he likes. You don't have to use does in here. It should be in regular structure and positive statement, not in question form. Yani not question form. Burasının normal bir cümle gibi olması gerekiyor. Soru kalıbında değil. I think that my English has improved a lot. You don't have to use comma in here. Burada virgüle gerek yok. Is it true? I need to use it in here. That people are basically the same everywhere in the world. But here it should be a question mark because here is it true? So be careful. A man came to my door last week. I don't know who he is. Who he is. And is should be here. I want to know, that's it, if Pedro has a laptop computer. Olup olmadığını bilmek istiyorum. They have no children, but they don't understand what they say. Again, same. What they say should be noun clause. Sam and I talked about his classes. He told me, not he told that. He told me. He didn't like his algebra class. Sevmediğini söylüyor. Şimdi bu sevme işi hala devam ediyor ise ikinci bir öneri buraya doesn't, yani bu tensi değiştirmek gerekmiyor. Yani gramer kurallarına göre. Ancak biz verilen kurala göre bunu simple present'ı yani o zaman söylediğini aktarıyoruz. Ama sevme işi hala devam ediyor ise o zaman he told me he doesn't like his algebra. Bu da doğru bir seçenek. A woman came into the room and asked me where your brother is. The is should be here. I felt very relieved when the doctor said, comma, quotation, you will be fine. But here, one more thing. And the Y should be capital. Be careful. This is the quotation. Burada hiçbir değişiklik yapmıyorum. Olduğu gibi doktorun söylediğini söylüyorum. It is nothing serious. I can understand what I read. Not the question. You don't have to use do. What I read in the newspaper, but if someone speaks the same sentences to me, I can understand what he is saying. My mother asked me, you don't have to use this one, then comma, then quotation. When you'll be home, then question mark and then quotation again. Okay. Evet arkadaşlar, noun clause'ları bitirmiş olduk. Here we have a reading passage. First, if you want, you can pause the video and then read the reading passage, with a dictionary. I'm using your dictionary. There could be some new words. The meaning, you don't know. But I'll read it and then let's go and then try to answer the questions. Not the question, actually, circle the true questions. Read the statements and then circle the true completions. Work is worship. One fine sunny day in winter, a grasshopper is a kind of insect. It sings during summertime and sleeps wintertime. çekirge. Grasshopper was having pleasure in the warm sun, but he was very hungry, as he had not eaten anything since last night. As here means because. Yemediği için. Dün geceden beri. So he looked about finding something to eat. Suddenly he saw few ants carrying grains into their hole. Grain is the seed of some grasses, the seed of grasses or the seed of wheat, barley, something like that. Yani çimenlerin tohumları, buğday gibi olan tohumları. He went up to the ants and asked humbly, gently, "Can you please leave few grains for me? I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. So I'm almost starving to death." Starving means getting so hungry. One of the ants asked the grasshopper, remember, reported speech or indirect speech, comma, and then quotation. Look at this quotation marks. What were you doing the whole summer? Why didn't you store up the food for the winter season? Question mark, quotation mark. Store up. The grasshopper replied, comma, quotation mark. Truly speaking, and if I want to speak the truth, yani doğruyu konuşmak gerekirse, I spent all the summer singing songs, and that's why I couldn't store anything. Period, quotation. That means keep, biriktirmedim, store up. The ant chucked out a smile and remarked. Yani kötü bir gülümseme attı ve ekledi. Comma, quotation mark. Then dance the winter away. This is the quotation. Dance the winter away, that means, well, if you sing and dance during summertime, if you sing during summertime, now in wintertime, just dance. Dance all winter time. Then dance the winter away. Yani bunun anlamı bu. Dance all the time in winter. Yazın şarkı söylediysen o zaman şimdi dans et dur. The grasshopper pulled a long face and walked away. Evet, yüzüne eş gitti and walked away. So we say work is real worship. Now, let me just move it up. Read the statements and then circle which one is true by this statement. İfadeye göre hangisi doğruysa onu işaretliyoruz. Number one, the grasshopper was just watching what ants were doing. This is false. As he was singing in summertime. 2. The grasshopper went up and asked ants for food. This is true. Because here it says just leave few grains for me. 3. One ant asked if the grasshopper stored up the food. That's true. It said, why didn't you store up the food for the winter season? 4. The grasshopper replied that it didn't have enough time to collect the food. This is false. Because he said during summertime he was singing. 5. The ant looked at the grasshopper and told grasshopper to walk away. This is false. Selam just then dance the winter away. O zaman kışında dans et dur. Now, everyday English. Sybil and Carol are talking. It was a bit embarrassing at first because she obviously knew me, but I wasn't sure who she was. Kim olduğundan emin değildim. You mean the woman in the green dress? Yani yeşil elbiseli bayanı mı kastediyorsun? Yes, the man who is standing next to her is her husband. So, did you work out who she was in the end? Work out means try to understand finally. Anlayabildin mi? Yes, but it wasn't until she mentioned Gene Smith that the penny dropped. The penny dropped means to realize after long time or to understand after a confusion. Yani kargaşalıktan sonra, kafanın karışmasından sonra bir şeyi anlayabilmek anlamında. Yani biz bunu Türkçe'de ne deriz? İşte jeton düştü. The penny dropped. What did Jean have to do with it? Jean'in bununla ne ilgisi var? Well, Jean and I went to flower arranging classes last year, and I suddenly remembered that woman, her name is Gloria, that woman was in our class. Remember, here, I remember that this is the noun clause part. Here that is a demonstrative pronoun. Şimdi bu işaret zamiri. Şu ise noun clause'larda kullandığımız that. Yani said that diyoruz ya, onun gibi. Yani I suddenly remembered that woman was in our class. Burada bir parantez açmış. Her name is Gloria anlamında. Evet, burada şimdi bir de jeton düştüğü öğrenmiş olduk. Şimdi arkadaşlar, noun clause'larımız konu olarak bitti. Bir sonraki derste farklı bir konuyla görüşmek üzere. See you next time.